Look, a lot of our elected officials are uninformed. Okay, is there any kind of introduction, or are we just plunging in and then you guys will... I don't care about politics. Look, I don't care about Pokemon, but that doesn't mean it won't keep on coming back. That's actually what people in power are betting on, that you'll check out, that you won't vote. And when you opt out, that's what allows other people to essentially fill that void. It allows them to do nothing about the things that you'd like to see government do. So if you really want to throw a wrench in their plans, throw them out. Vote in somebody better. Next, why bother voting when I can't relate to the candidates? Now, this is actually a good question. For way too long, politicians haven't been representative of America as a whole. But that's changing this year. More women are running for office than ever before. More LGBT candidates are running for office. First-time candidates, young veterans of Iraq and Afghanistan, young leaders from across the political spectrum. So this year, more than any other year, you have the chance to change the face of politics so that it looks more like your own. You remember those hearings where members of Congress were asking Mark Zuckerberg questions like they'd never used the internet before? That's because they haven't. Here's your chance to vote for people who actually know what the internet is. My vote doesn't matter. Now, the last presidential election turned on fewer than 100,000 votes in 3 states. More people go to Coachella. Look, when it comes to something like Dancing with the Stars, people actually think their vote matters. But a vote in this November's election actually does matter. It could elect people who make our criminal justice system fair and your student loans easier to afford. And by the way, you wouldn't let your grandparents pick your playlist. Why would you let them pick your representative who's going to determine your future? Midterm elections are boring. Let me know when we're talking about a presidential race. Sometimes these elections are even more important than a presidential race. This November, 36 states are picking governor. Every single spot in the House of Representatives is on the ballot. Fill them with people who care about what you care about. Elections, by the way, aren't boring. You know what's boring? Scrolling through endless photos of your dinner on Instagram. That's boring. I don't know the candidates well enough. I'm uninformed. There are people running for office who don't think women should get equal pay for equal work, who don't think we should do anything about schools getting shot up, or who think we shouldn't raise the minimum wage for people who are working their tails off every day but still can't afford to pay the rent. Vote them out. Vote for somebody who shares your values. Also, this thing has something called Google. You can't use Google to figure out which candidates on your local ballot think that the earth is flat and climate change is a hoax. Google is super easy to read. I don't know where I'm supposed to vote. This one's easy. Do you know your address? If you do, just go to vote.org. Plug in your address, it'll tell you where to vote. It's that simple. There's no joke here. Which is, there shouldn't be, because it's just like pretty simple. All right, next. I don't have time to vote. I understand that it's not always easy to find time to vote on a Tuesday. That's why in every state, you can get an absentee ballot, which you can mail in or drop off ahead of Election Day. And in 37 states, you can actually vote early, which is like going to a private Jay-Z Beyonce concert, just without Jay-Z and Beyonce. But take some friends anyway, beat the lines, because like most things, voting's more fun when you do it together. Share the video and tell your friends to vote on November 6th. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
You know, I'd stay for the wrap party, but I've got other stuff to do.